Yes! Oh! Righty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your hot and sweaty Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Wednesday afternoon video. Right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down in my hot pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Do it now. Show my other channels your love and support. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But all these stupid comments you get sent into a fiery oblivion, then sent to the Shadow Realm where Ozzy and Satan will pretty much eat your soul. So, don't do it. Go somewhere else and do that shit, because you ain't gonna do it on my channel, and if you don't like that, too bad. Cry for me, little bitch. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that goddamn bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. If you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means by now, and if you don't, look it up. So that's that. So, like, share, subscribe, all that other shit I just said 5 seconds ago. So if you missed it, you missed it, and there will be a test later. But I digress. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, as we're on the road to 1,300 subscribers. Grab that cold one. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too bad. Get out of here. And go fuck yourself. What's that? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Wednesday to you. July the 15th, 2026. Pretty much at the halfway point of the month. Got 2 weeks left until we hit the dog days of August. Been a pretty hot summer here in the Northeast. Last 2 weeks. Pretty hot. Hot today. 102 today. Just near 100 today. About 97. But heat index feels like 102 plus. You know. It's hot. Tomorrow's going to be hot. We got air quality because those damn forests in Canada, once again in Toronto, are burning like they were about a year ago. And how bad did that get? It felt like we were on Mars last year. The orange sky and the smoke. Ugh. Couldn't even go out. It was just bad. But getting that later this afternoon. So it's sunny now. It was a little bit hazy this morning. So it's going to be a little bit crappy tonight. And into a little bit tomorrow. Might get some rain. Might be an isolated thunderstorm today. Not going to do anything, but, you know, it is what it is. Tomorrow, like I said, it's going to be hot. Friday cools off a little bit. Then Saturday, and Saturday will be the coolest of the days, like 80 degrees. And back up to 86 by next week. So, enjoy the summer, ladies and gentlemen. We got another month and a half. Just about 8 to 9 more weeks of summer officially. So we got that. And I heard there's a bill going around in Congress to keep daylight savings times, so we don't have to change the clocks and all that shit. It's not like do I care? No. Do we? Most of us care. Not really. I mean, we don't have to change the clocks back. That'd be nice, but still. It's going to get dark at 5 o'clock anyway, here in the Northeast, so why change it? But there is a bill, the Sunshine Protection Act, or some shit like that, might be going through the Senate, like that's going to pass. And then, if it does pass, Trump pretty much going to sign it. It's going to be huge. Sunshine. No more darkness. It's going to be huge. Okay. We'll see what happens with that, but amidst all that, Hope you're hydrating, got some soda, water, whatever you got. But if you're new here, grab that tasty cold one and enjoy. That's pretty much it. We got England and Argentina about to start the semifinals of the World Cup. The winner plays Spain on Sunday. The loser of this game faces France on Saturday for third place. So, see, it's going to be a great game. Harry Kane versus Messi. Oh, it's going to be a good game. Hopefully, Argentina whoops those fuckers from England. But, we'll see. We're about to start. I think Argentina is about to kick off, I think. Yeah, pretty much Argentina's gonna kick off the first half of The Price is Right. I mean, the first half of this game. So, I'm rooting for Argentina. I put my money on Argentina. Not because of Issa or anybody like that. I had Argentina to win the World Cup from the beginning. Oh, you had Mexico. No, I did not. I had Mexico to get into the, at least the final 8. But, no. They, pretty much got bounced. But, it is what it is. So, we'll see what happens with this game. Should be, I guess, like, pretty good defensively. Hopefully it doesn't go to penalty kicks, because maybe England might win on penalty kicks, you know, because they got Kane and a couple other good players on there. Then you got basically Messi and Ramirez and a few other good players on England. And Argentina not in their usual white, which is their home colors. Anyway, they're in the navy dark blue, or cobalt blue. Kind of weird, but okay, we'll go with that. And that's that. But anyway, we'll talk about the World Cup later, and I'll periodically go back and forth with the game and all that stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great Wednesday. Just stay safe and stay well. Like I said, hydrate a lot if you're in the Northeast corridor or anywhere in the country. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after 7 minutes of spiel, which you clipped, and really you got nothing else to do on this Wednesday afternoon. We got Dynamite coming up later tonight. Should be a great show from Boston, Massachusetts. So, before we get to that later tonight, let's go back a week and talk about last week's Dynamite and Collision Beach Break. For last week. So it is officially time, as the title below says, for your official AEW Dynamite and Collision Beach Break review for last week, July the 8th and July the 11th, 2026. And we are emanating from the Baycare Sound Arena. I guess it's an arena. Baycare Sound. It looks like an amphitheater, basically. In Clearwater / St. Petersburg, Florida. It's around the Tampa St. Pete area. I hate when they do that. Oh, we got a fight. Oh, we got a fight. Oh, boy, we got a fight because one of the England players went down. I don't know who went down, but... Oh, Bellingham went down, and they are really jaw-jacking. I think it was at number 5 for Argentina. Knocked Bellingham down. So. Oh, he didn't even do anything. He just ran into him by accident. Because Messi was trying to get them, and yeah, Messi's getting held and everything. Feels like the 49ers in a Super Bowl. Yeah, so get that. Alright, so now the referee's talking to Argentina about if they're going to give him a red card or a yellow card or pink card, who knows. So England's just England is just talking to the referee. You hit me in the head, pussies, fucking wankers. Always freaking arguing. What kind of pussies you are. Play the game and shut the fuck up. That's that. Alright, let's get back to wrestling for a little bit. Alright, so Beach Break from Tampa, St. Pete, Florida. As always, our commentary team, the normal 3. The man behind the mask, Excalibur, the man from Red Hook, brother, Taz, and my good buddy and yours, Tony Baloney Schiavone, or Tony Schiavone for people that love Jericho. And we got Jericho coming up in our first match, and we got MJF taking on Kenny by Omega, bang, for the world title. And a whole lot more on Beach Break. So let's get into it. Alright. So we see Kenny in the back. He's very serious because this is one of his big matches. If he doesn't win, he can never wrestle for the world title ever again. So the Cody, Hangman, Adam Page treatment. And we'll talk about Cowboy Adam Page in a little bit. So he's getting ready. He's there with Michael Nagasawa. We haven't seen him in a long time. Like 20 years he's been with Kenny, but we haven't seen him much on AEW TV since the beginning. Then he says his catchphrase, I bid you adieu. Mwah! Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang! We get that. Alright. So, I actually liked the arena. This little arena, this outdoor arena, kind of felt like Daly's place, felt smaller. Then you got the beach set up on the stage. Very good, Tony Khan. Let's keep going with this one. Fuck Daly's place. Let's go to Tampa St. Pete. And we're actually at a beach because it's warm. Not like Cleveland when it was like 30 degrees in March last year. Why would you have that in Cleveland? In March, mind you, not July. Alright, we got that. Alright, so we start off with Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. He comes out, takes on Jericho, and Ciampa tried to attack Jericho during his entrance of Judas in my mind. But Jericho, smart, because he's been around the block, attacked Ciampa on the stage. They started beating each other up. And then Ciampa, woo! He hit the Willow's Bell on the steps, and Jericho was busted wide open. I mean, he was leaking like a faucet, or a girl on her period. Woo! He was gushing blood. As we go to break, we come back. Jericho gets caught in a super air raid crash. That hurt. And then Ciampa tries for the walls of Jericho. That got countered by Jericho with a small package for a near fall. And a super Hurricane Rana connects. Get back up. Ciampa grabs a bucket full of sand. It didn't even look like sand. It looked like salt or Tony Khan's big stash of cocaine. So who took my cocaine? I need to snort. I need it for the press conference. Snorting his cocaine. Creepy bastard he is. Look, the guy's freaking hugging him. What the hell? And he fell down. Right in front of the referee, too. Surprised that was not a penalty kick. Referees are just pretty much letting him go a little bit. But, I mean, we'll see. Alright, with that. Excuse me. Alright, so after the Super Karana, Ciampa grabs the bucket of sand, I thought it was powder, walks into a codebreaker for a near fall. Jericho tries for the lion salt, missed. Ciampa knees him down for a near fall. Then another knee gets counted into the walls of Jericho. Ciampa tries to throw some sand into Jericho's eyes, and he did it to blind Jericho. Then he hits the meat in the middle knee. 1, 2, 3, beats Jericho in under 14 minutes. Good match. Very good match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And, yeah, what it is. Jericho just, he comes back and he pretty much loses a lot to, like, Ricochet. He lost a couple matches to Ricochet, and he finally won that Anarchy in the Arena type match with Stadium Stampede. Blah, blah, blah. Now he's hit Ciampa. He just can't beat Ciampa. Alright, we got that. After the match, Ciampa hits him in the head with a chair. Tries to go for the power drill, which he did last week, but security broke that up. Security breaks it up again. We almost saw like, live murder. Almost like, we're going CCW way back when? Because somebody used a drill in a match and actually drilled the guy? I'm like, what? Shit. Ciampa, you psycho. Well, he is a psycho killer, you know. Keska say. Mr. Kefka. Kefka? Not Keska. Kefka. Kefka! You know, from Final Fantasy VI. Kefka! You know, that guy. That's how he talks. Kefka! If you played Final Fantasy VI, you get the, you know, some of you get the reference, because there was some voice acting when he did the laugh. It's like, Kefka! You know. But fucking hard as fuck near the end of the game when you have to fight Kefka in his mutated phase. Oh, ho, ho. And you thought the first boss in Final Fantasy VI was bad. Or the Ghost Train. If you don't have Sabin, you're fucked. Not Chris Sabin, but Sabin. Save on the goalie! Yay! Good save there, Argentina. Alright, 10 minutes in, no score. But, first shot on goal, I think, by England. But the goalie said, no! You get no goal! Yeah, a lot of people saying this might be like a 1-0 game, or it might go to penalty kicks. Definitely gonna go to extra time, probably, but we'll see. We move on. Alright, after that, we got the Brawling Birds of Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor! That's Will Ospreay's hot wife who he banged. Oh, you bastard. Anyway, we see him beating up people in a bar. Okay. What's this? I'm having visions of the bar, We are the bar! Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus might be coming to AEW pretty soon. Not now, obviously, because he has a 90-day non-compete. Well, actually his contract ended, so he can go to AEW. He doesn't have to wait 90 days like the Wyatt Six have to. But they're gonna, I think Gacy and Dexter are gonna go to TNA. They should go to AEW, but I think TNA would be a little bit better for them. Especially Dexter, he can be with Indy, we form Index, but we'll see. We'll see. We got that. Alright, speaking of Will Ospreay, reach for the sky! Whoa! Bam! He's pulling for Kenny, but Maxwell Jacob Fartnacker comes in. They're in the parking lot, by the way. And he mocks him for trying to get Moxley's approval. Max is not happy with everyone wanting Ospreay versus Omega at All In, because it's in Ospreay's hometown of Wembley Stadium in England. Ospreay calls Max a beggar and says there are 14-year-old Japanese girls who can do what he does. Somebody's been watching Stardom, huh? But I digress. And then they fight because Max is just, spit at Ospreay, you bastard. And then they brawl, and then security breaks it up. Not that it was much security, but we move on with that. And that's that. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, back to the ring we go with more action. For the Intercontinental title, we had Kosuke Takeshita, who's in a G1, doing pretty decent. I think it's in day 4 of the G1. Hasn't been bad. Shota Umino got a concussion. Oh. I keep telling you that the G1 is the most grueling tournament in wrestling history, and you get hurt, you're fucked. I mean, you get seriously hurt. Like, I think, who got hurt last year? I think it was Gabe Kidd got hurt last year in the tournament. And he was out for most of the tournament, and he was gone. Well, I know, Eddie Kingston was out with his leg. He got to the finals, though, but... I think it was the semis or the finals, but 1 year. That was last year and the year before that, but... Alright, we got that. But anyway, Takeshita takes on his old friend from the Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher, who comes out with Everybody Dies! Lance Archer and Penis Head Don Callis. So, this was great. Great match between Takeshita. And we're getting to the end. Takeshita reverses a lawn dart into a poison Rana, but he gets caught on top. But was able to powerbomb Fletcher right back down, and then Penis Head Don Callis gets off commentary, tries for a distraction, that didn't work. Fletcher comes back with Raging Fire! That's Takeshita's move, only for Fletcher to put Takeshita Raging Fire. Fletcher gets a foot on the rope, and then he hits a Brain Buster, regular Brain Buster, for a very near fall. And then he's like, alright, that's it. I'm gonna channel El Generico. Well, Sami Zayn gonna be happy about that. So, Fletcher hits a Blade Buster on the top turnbuckle. Like this is Ring of Honor circa 2010. 1, 2, 3. Fletcher is the winner. He gets back he is the new Intercontinental Champion in under 17 minutes. Match was great. 4.25 out of 5 stars. So, Takeshita's going to Japan anyway to be in the G1, so I figured that he would lose the Intercontinental title, but Fletcher is the champ. He's a not double champion. He's won the TNT title. He won the Intercontinental title now. See where he goes. Maybe get the world title eventually. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, great match. After the match, Don Callis in the ring. Mick Foley. Hey, Mick. Did you win your Doritos? Mick, look! Look, Mick! Doritos! Doritos, they're very tasty! Oh, I got the Doritos! Did you? Wait, Mikey, you got the Doritos! They're very tasty! Not you, Mike. Ah, fuck! I like those Doritos, too! Some awesome! I know. Mike also likes the Doritos. Can I give him some? Oh, they're very nice. He can have some, too. Okay. Mike, you can have some Doritos later. I'll give you some. I'm busy right now. Okay, you have a good show. We're gonna have a party later after this game. Oh, you're watching the Argentina game too? Yeah, I hope Argentina wins. If not, I'm gonna put all the England people doing flaming tables like I always did in ECW. And even in heaven, I've been doing that too. Well, that's good, Mike. Thank you. You wanna say goodbye? Bye! Fuck England, bye! Okay, thank you, Mike. We didn't need that, but okay, thank you, bye. Satire, fuckers. Moving on with that. Yeah, so I got Doritos. Mick Foley, he's in the ring for a special interview. And Foley asks Fletcher about winning the belt. Fletcher says, well, the catcher was never my friend. Right. And then Don Callis accuses Mick of stealing the spotlight. And then Mick basically rips him apart, saying, he's like, I mean it when I'm praising Fletcher as a great talent, which Fletcher actually appreciates, because it's true. But for now, I want to bring up my shoes. He has a picture of his dogs who sadly passed, well, one of them is still alive. The other one sadly passed away. So my condolences go out to Mick and his family for the loss of their pet. So Mick's like, Don, if you say anything like that again, one of my dogs is going to be upside your ass. Damn. Good defense. Mick Jagger's in the building in Atlanta. Mick Jagger, I haven't seen him. He's like ancient now. How old is that guy? I mean, the Rolling Bones are like what, 150 collectively? Shit. Yeah, great to see them. Mick Jagger, or the Rolling Bones. Probably all of them are mummies now. Who knows? Who cares? Alright, so we get that. Alright, then Kevin Knight, TNT champion, comes out. Mocks Fletcher for taking so long to get a title shot. Damn. And he's like, I'm coming for the world title after the festivities. But then Andrade, who's going to be in East's territory, Puerto Rico, this weekend for Summer Madness for WWC, Andrade comes out. He's like, I want a title shot on my own. And then Don Callis insults him, gives him a match with Jake Doyle later on. And if Andrade wins, he can have a shot at the national title with Mark Davis. So, the chase is on. They run into... Hi, guys! It's me! Darby Allin! I just want you to know I was in the back just chilling because I love you guys. I was just playing on my Twitter machine. I weigh 150 pounds. I was soaking wet in Seattle. So emo, guys. I love you all. Darby. Okay. Fuck Darby. They run into Darby. He has an exploding... Holy shit. An exploding skateboard. Who he hit on that? Brian Cage got hit with the exploding skateboard. That was crazy. Well, Melissa Santos has, good save there by Argentina. Looked like there was going to be a cross, but Argentina goalie made another save. Not that it was going to go anywhere. I don't think that any English players were near the goal. Oh, another good save by the Argentina goalie. You go, boy. So we'll see what happens with that. Argentina really hasn't gotten into the zone much for their offense can't really get going because England's defense is just pretty good. What are you gonna do? Anyway, all right. So Andrade gets a national title shot against Mark Davis, and then Darby basically makes Brian Cage explode. Thanks to Andrade giving him, hey, look, I got an exploding skateboard. Boom! Well, one Wolverine down. Melissa Santos is now single. Call me. Anyway, that was interesting. I just have a feeling Darby with these explosions is going to have an explosion match. I feel it. I feel we're going to finally get another exploding ring match or some type of explosion match. Because you know how Darby is, and like, he's going to go to Tony Khan's like, oh, you know, we did it the first time, didn't go so well. Let's try it again, but this time with actual FMW explosions. Maybe it'll be better, yay! Who knows? Who knows if they'll go back to doing another exploding, barbed wire exploding ring match. And actually work this time. I doubt it, but knowing Darby, the crazy fuck that he is, we'll see. All right, we got two guys down. Right near the. I think they were trying for a header, and both of them went down in a heap. Referee's like, nope, we're gonna allow it. We're good. All right, we're 21 minutes into the game. No score yet. Argentina trying to get into the zone. Try to get something going in this game. Been pretty defensive so far. Nope. Couple of shots on goal by England. I don't think anything for Argentina yet. Now they're in the zone. Come on! Oh, try to get it into the box, but blocked by England. And now they're going back into the neutral zone or their own zone area. It's kind of hard to get a shot, you know? It's crazy. But, you know, England has a pretty good defense. I'll say that. But, you know, they got the star player Harry Kane and Bellingham. And, got a penalty on England as, number 20 went down in a heap, grabbing his calf. He was trying to kick, and ooh, right in the leg area. That hurts. But he got padding, so not much padding, but so I played soccer before, and yeah, those shin guards that really don't do much. So we got that. We got a free kick for Argentina as Messi's trying to figure out, where am I gonna kick this fucker? Oh, we got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so, yeah. So, good segment there. Good match with Takeshita and Fletcher. I gave that 4.25 out of 5 stars. That. And we move on with that. Alright, so Andrade gets a national title shot. I think it was on Collision. Or it's going to be this week on the program, but we got that. Is that Finn Balor? No, that's not Finn Balor. I don't know who that guy is. Anyway, moving on. Alright, then we get to our next match. We got a tag team match, pretty easy tag team match. Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley, the Continental Breakfast of Champions champion with Marina Shafir at ringside, take on the workhorsemen of J.D. Drake and say his name, and he appears. I believe in Anthony Henry. 8.5 minute match, decent match, but in the end, paradigm shift, hidden blade combo. Connects, and Moxley pins JD Drake in 8.5 minutes. Match was decent, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Ooh! Offside. Offside by Argentina. So, keep going. We move on. Alright, so Moxley and Ospreay are a pretty good tag team. Hey, why don't you go for the tag team titles? That'd be a fun match. Edge and Christian against Moxley and Ospreay. I don't even know who Edge and Christian are even facing for the tag team titles coming up. I think they're just hanging around. They still got to deal with the War Dogs and everything. Clark Connors and David Finlay. Now that Gabe Kidd's kind of is coming back pretty soon. That's going to be a little bit exciting. We'll get that. Alright, then we get a video for the new TBS champion, Hikaru Shida. Holy Shida! So after that, we get the Casino Gauntlet match for the women's title at Redemption coming up. Thekla on commentary, she hates those dumb bitches. Speaking of dumb bitches, Mercedes Moné, the CEO, Chicken Noodle Soup. Oh, we got a hydration break. By the way, hydration break brought to you this week by Sunkist Orange. Zero sugar. So let's take a hydration break. There you go. Alright, so Mercedes Moné, basically the number one contender to the champion at All In. She's watching from a beach chair. And as always, in a Casino Gauntlet match, first fall to a finish, so this could happen at any time. So Athena, the Ring of Honor champion, almost 13-20 right now. She's beating Roman's records, about to beat it, I think, by this weekend. Getting close to 13-20 for the Ring of Honor title. We'll probably lose it at Death Before Dishonor in August. So she comes out at number 1. Maya World at number 2, who's most likely going to be the new Ring of Honor Women's Champion by August 21st. August 22nd, I should say. But the pay-per-view's 21st, you know what I mean. Yeah, moving on. Hits her right in the face. Sky Blue comes in at number 3. And, hits her with a kendo stick. My girl, Mina Shirakawa at number 4. Thekla loves it. She says something about, I went to the strip club and I had $1,000 or something with Mina's name in it. I was like, damn, I want to go with you to the strip club. Shit. Anyway, so Mina comes in, and then Rina from Stardom. Oh, the Pink Princess. Number 5. And then Dekla's like, Rina is one of the few smart bitches I know from Stardom. Oh, shit. And they went to Stardom again. Thekla invaded Stardom again with Sky Blue and Julia Hart. And Julia Hart's going to be in the Grand Prix tournament. And Sky Blue's got a match in Stardom. And Dekla's just gonna probably be outside Toru Okada's house waiting for him. Damn. Toru Okada needs like the freaking CIA to get him away. Get Thekla away from him and his family. Shit. Move on. Julia Hart comes in at number 6. Thunder Rosa, yay! Comes in at number 7. And then, this is only 8 people, which is sad. Willow Nightingale, the resident fun girl, bam! She's back. Comes in at number 8. She had to vacate the TBS title because of a shoulder injury. That lasted, what, a month? I don't get it. Anyway, she comes in, hits Bait with the powerbomb on Julia Hart. 1, 2, 3. So she is the new number 1 contender to Thekla's title. So they will face off at Redemption. And we could see Mercedes versus Willow, I think part 3 of the tree at All In. But then Mercedes is going to win anyway. So it kind of doesn't really mean anything if Willow wins the world title, but then drops it a couple weeks later to, pretty much a month later to Mercedes. So I would think Thekla's going to retain, and then Mercedes will eventually win at All In anyway. So whoever Mercedes faces, she's going to win. But we'll see what happens with that. So Willow's back, Joy. That's that. And then after the match, which I gave 2.5 out of 5, actually 3 out of 5 stars, Thekla goes after Willow, but Divine Dominion come out, Megan Bayne, the Mega Sis, Megan Bayne and Linda Cross beat the crap out of Julia Hart and Sky Blue, and then Mercedes Moné takes out Thekla with a belt shot to stand tall. We got a 6-woman tag team match tonight. So Willow's team versus Thekla. No, Thekla's not in that match. I think it's Divine Dominion and shit, I forgot. I know Thekla's not in the match. I think it's it's Mercedes, I think. So it's Mercedes' team. Why would Mercedes team up with Divine? Oh, I get it, because they heels. Kinda, but it is what it is. Alright, we're almost 30 minutes into this game, and no score yet. So, like I said, pretty defensive so far. I don't know if we're going to get extra time. There's a penalty. Penalty by England. Argentina ball. Well, it wouldn't have mattered, but... Alright, England going... Kick it back to the goalie. Alright, so we're 30 minutes in the first half. And, nothing. Some good chances for England, but nothing close. I mean, Argentina got a little bit close on a couple of sequences, but nothing. Corner didn't really go anywhere because it was an offside. So, we got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so Willow versus Decla at Redemption for the AEW World Women's title. We got that. Alright, then we get a video for Jungle Jack Perry, who is officially re-signed with the company. Signed right during the freaking segment, I heard. Wow. And Argentina was, they were offsides, or they shot it wide. Damn! Get it in the goal. Who's that guy? That guy looks like, the guy that used to, can't think of his name. He used to play for the Redskins. Joe Theismann. Kind of looked like him. Look. Nice Bellingham going. Oh! He got tackled from behind. There's a penalty. It looks like a free kick for England. Yeah, Bellingham got pushed, then he fell. Yeah, pushed and then got hit in the leg. So free kick for England as we're about 32 minutes in, almost getting to halftime in the World Cup semifinal. See what happens with this free kick for England. Well, obviously, Bellingham's not going to take the free kick. Actually, is he? I don't know. Well, it's not Harry Kane. I don't know where he is. Who's that guy? I don't know who that guy is. They're showing these people, I have no idea who they are. Commentator's like, oh, I don't know. Oh, that's David Beckham. Wow, he's at the game? Where's Victoria Beckham? Where's your hot wife? Free kick, and the header goes wide right by England, so Argentina ball. Trying to get that header go in the little bitty part in the goal on the right side, your left, if you're you're there. So well, still not at 0 as we're 33 minutes in. We get that. All right, Jack Perry has officially signed with AEW. Like I said, he signed during that segment. He was pretty much signed, and that's it. All right, after that, Speedball Mike Bailey. He wants a national title shot on Collision, so he gets a shot against Mark Davis, and the winner of that obviously will face Andrade. Look at that. Then we get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, for the AEW World Title. Maxwell Jacob Knocker. Nice little entrance, comes out, takes on Kenny by God Omega, bang. And if, once again, if Kenny loses, he can never fight for the world title ever again. So we got the Cody Hangman treatment, possibly, but we get that. Kenny tries for a one-wing angel as Max sent Omega to the floor to cut off an early one-wing angel attempt. And then he had his leg was really wrapped up. And then, the ref gets in the way of a V-trigger. He goes down. Damn. And then, MJ goes to the eyes, hammers away. Slingshot. Gimme Casa. Bang. For a near fall. Stop using my move, Max. Bastard. Then they go up the ramp. Damn, the England guy is like right in his face, right on the left side of the goal in the box, and England's controlling it now. Damn. Oh, but Argentina just got a penalty on Argentina. Because he knocked down, I think he knocked down Bellingham. Or knocked out somebody. But was it Bellingham? Yeah, kicked him back. Ooh, right in the back of the calf. Ouch! That hurts. You get spiked back like that. You're not getting up. Alright, we got that. So we got another. Is this another free? Oh, it's another free kick. Alright, so we got another free kick for England. This is, I think, the second or third one. 35.5 minutes into the game. We got about 9-10 minutes, unless they have extra time, which I don't think they do. I don't know if we're going to get any extra minutes added to this half. Alright, see what happens. And we can go. Ooh, nice save! Headers, and Argentina got it out of the zone. Great defense there by Argentina. Alright, now Argentina's got the ball, looking to advance. Messi is going berserk! Cut up 4 people, and he gets tackled, and Argentina's like, hey, where's the fucking penalty? Oh, we got a penalty. We got a yellow card coming out. Now we got more fighting. Oh yeah, you don't mess with Messi. Yellow card has come out on England. Ha ha! Wow, Argentina is screaming at England. Damn, this is going to be a fight. This is going to be war today. Holy crap. I love it. Give him more yellow cards. Give him a red card. Get him out. Take Harry Kane with you, that bastard. Oh, so it's not on Harry Kane. It's on Anderson of England, I think. Messi was just... He cut up one... Kane tried to go after Messi, and Messi's like, get off of me! And then, like, 4 England guys try to attack him. Damn. And Messi just ran into Anderson with, Anderson, I think, put out his leg. And he got a yellow card out of that. Damn, it is physical out there. So, a free kick for Argentina right now. As Messi is about to kick. I think for the second time. Let's see what happens if Messi can give Argentina the lead. Get some momentum going for them into the second half. Ooh. Let's see. All right, Messi with the kick. Oh, he didn't. Well, he wasn't going to go for a big kick. He kicked it to his teammate. Got it right back. Cut up the defender. Goes for the kick and gets blocked. Oh! Wide left. Oh! High and wide to the left. And Argentina is saying that almost hit the top of the goalpost on the left side, and Argentina was complaining that it might have got tipped. How? I don't know. Maybe hit by a hair or something. I don't know. But England got the ball, and Argentina was like really going after the goalie, but England got it out. Now Argentina has the ball. About 6.5 minutes left in the half. Unless there's extra time added. So we'll see. So I think 2 shots on goal, or 9 shots, something like that. I missed it, but anyway, moving on. Look at that. So great game so far. It's great. Anyway, all right. So they go up the ramp. Kenny moonsaults off the lifeguard chair. Damn. Then they go back in. Kenny hits a big running flippy dippity doo to the floor. Then a running famouser, almost like a bulldog, though. Not much of a asser. So Billy Gunn doesn't have to, say, hey, that's my move. Doesn't that. On the inside of the ring, Kenny goes for the V trigger. They gets counted. They drop toe hold into the ropes, and then they fight it out. Double clothesline for a double down. That's a much needed breather because they're going fast and furious. Max gets back up with a package pile driver. Hey! Somebody been watching Kevin Steen tapes. Package pile driver for a near fall. Then he loads up the announcer's table. Goes for a tombstone off the apron, but Kenny slips out, hits a running kick to head. sends Max flipping into the... Well, he flipped onto the announce table, which broke. He went like big hole, boom, shit. Like, well, Max is dead. So we come back. Max has to rate the eyes, so skip a fireman's carry on the apron. Kenny comes back with "You can't escape" on the floor, but that gets raised knees. Back in the ring, Max's knee gives out. Which allows Kenny to hit the V trigger. Goes for one-winged angel. That gets countered, but Omega sells for a regular German suplex. Then he hits another V trigger to the back in the corner. Kenny tries for a super one-winged angel. That gets broken up, and then Max spikes him on his head. Damn! With a super poison Rana. I was like, damn, Kenny's done. His neck is gone. Nope, Kenny came back. Then Max hits the Heat Seeker for a near fall, make that neck messed up. I don't know how Kenny kicked out of that. Another double down. Max then grabs the belt as a ruse, as to load up the Dynamite Diamond ring, and then Will Ocean Spray comes out, says, "No, no, no!" Takes the ring, and Max like, "What are you doing?" And then Kenny's like, I'm gonna hit him with the belt. No, this is not the way I want to win. He throws down the belt. Max is like, I can't believe you didn't use the belt. And then he gives him a nut shot. But Kenny comes right back. Max hits a belt shot, goes to cover. Kenny kicks out at 1. Max is like, what? And then Kenny's like, alright, that's it. I'm pissed. V triggers. Not 1, not 2. 3 V triggers knock Max into planet Uranus. Or have you seen Uranus? It's dark. But anyway, knocks him into next week. And then Kenny picks him up. One-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny, by God Omega. Bang! Becomes the champion, I believe, for the second time. I think second or third time. Second time, I think. So, Kenny gets the belt. 24-minute match. Match was excellent. 5 out of 5. And then afterwards, Kenny with a big celebration, takes some shot, he's like, "Get me some water!" Because they were spent for 24 minutes. Kenny, you went over an hour with Okada, and you're spent, dude. I know that was years ago, but dude. He fell on the ball. And he's like, "Give me the ball." What is this, hockey? Well, there's another penalty on Argentina. Well, he knocked him down, no call. Wow. We're almost done with the first half of The Price is Right. I mean, the first half of the game. About a little over 2 minutes left. I don't know if they're going to add time. So I don't think anybody got hurt. So, it's been pretty good first half so far. Very good first half. And, they played it to a T for the first half. Excuse me. So we'll see. Wow, England got the ball offside. Come on now. He kicked him and the ball went out. I mean, good defense there, but I mean, whatever. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Kenny is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to face Ocean Spray. It is official for All In. But what happens to Max for Redemption now? So I assume we got to get something tonight. And Max like, I want my rematch. And he's like, all right, whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens tonight. But all in all, Dynamite was very good. Probably one of the best Dynamites this year. In the last year, a couple years. Not last year, but very good Dynamite. 9 out of 10 stars. Loved it. Not one bad thing happened. Tony Khan, can we get this this week? Can we get it tonight? And not just go back to the same shit. Good Dynamite 1 week, bad Dynamite the next. And it almost got 700,000 views around there. Around 7, a little over 700, I think. I forgot the official rating, but whatever. But they did pretty good. They killed NXT last week. That's that. Alright, so 9 out of 10 for Dynamite. And that's that. Alright, now, we're going to go to Collision. Beach Break Collision. which was meh, was alright. Nothing great about it. All right, look at my notes. All right, we're live for this one, live collision, from the Berglund Center, not the Burglar Center, the Berglund Center in Roanoke, Virginia, or Virginia. That's Virginia. That's Anna Page's hometown. And as always, our commentary team, Tony Baloney Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness, me love, the man from England, the only good guy from England. Next to a whole bunch of all the bands that came out of there. Great bands. Unlike the rappers that come out of there, right, Ren? You fucker. But I digress. Alright, we started off with the Hangman, Adam Page, in his return, which they, bid by AEW to kind of spoil that. Well, whatever. Alright, so the Hangman comes out. Actually, before that, we got a recap of Kenny winning the belt from Max on Dynamite. Then the Hangman comes out. He has a haircut, not very good, even though he had a vasectomy. I didn't even know that. He had a vasectomy. Okay. So no more kids for you there, Hangman. I think you were one and done, huh? I mean, you're still... supposedly he's hung like a horse. Don't ask me that. How I know that? Ask the Bucks. X the Bucks. They've been saying that since BTE, Somebody wanted me to ask Hangman about how hung he is back in the day when when he was in Ring of Honor. I met him, and then somebody after the fact, after I met him, I put the picture of me and him up, which is on my Facebook page, by the way. Somebody asked me, did you ask Adam Page how hung he is? I'm like, nah, I didn't want to ask. I felt it was too dumb. I was too embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna answer that. I said, do not jump off the balcony again. And what does he do? Jumps off the balcony. Moron. You crazy fuck. He said, I'm never doing that again. He does it anyway. And then after the show, because I was sitting right on, at the Hammerstein, I was sitting right here, right, the entrance, basically, at the stage, and then, I'm sitting right by the rail. And then after the show, I'm talking to the Bucks, I'm talking to Adam Page. I'm like, Adam, you told me you weren't gonna do that! You were gonna jump off the balcony. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Right. And I'm talking to, I think it was, I talked to Matt Jackson, because we were talking about, All In 2. I was like, hey, let's do it in Madison Square Garden. He goes, obviously it was not Madison Square Garden, but I tried to help. I was trying to promote, Then I high-fived Nick Jackson and a couple of members of D.E.D. baby! No, well, Adam, was Adam Cole there? I don't think Adam, actually, I think he was there. I forgot it was 2017 or 18, because I was at that show. There was Manhattan Mayhem 8, or something like that. I was on the railing for that show, so... Good times. I miss, Ring of Honor back at the Hammerstein. We haven't been there since Final Battle last year, so. Maybe they'll come back sometime this year, maybe, we get another Hammerstein show. Maybe. Alright, end of the first half. No score. England and Argentina, they've been jaw-jacking. Great defense. Couple of close calls, but Argentina... The goalie saved them about 2-3 times, and Argentina, really, got close a couple of times, but, they were wide, high and wide to the left or the right, but good defensive game so far in the first half. So, we'll see what happens in the second half of this great game, see if somebody scores, and then we got extra time, and then if it goes further than that, we might get penalty kicks. So, we got a long way to go. So, already 45 minutes in, we got another 45, and then if any VAR time or any stuff like any injury time that you add on, then we got 30 minutes of extra time, which is 1/2 each for the extra time. So we got a long way, so this could go, it's almost 4 o'clock now, Eastern time, so this game could go probably till 6, maybe 7, who knows. We'll be watching Dynamite by the time the game is over, maybe. Who knows? Look at that. Alright, so the Hangman comes out and says that he's not a cowboy anymore, he's a gardener. Huh? We're gonna rake? You're gonna come out with a rake now? I'm a gardener, got a green thumb. Anyway, he brags about his butterfly weed. What? Talks about how fascinating it is to plant seeds, yeah, I bet, in your wife's pussy, and see what it become. He's like, I wanted to be here in Roanoke because I needed to plant another seed. Where are we going with this? He says, back in March, lost the Texas Death Match to Max, which was the match, that was at, Revolution, I believe. So he can't fight for the world title anymore. And he said, well, I lost to Max because I was overconfident, but I did lose. I'm a man of my word. I will never challenge for the world title again. But, and there's a but and it stinks, there are other titles to come after, and I'm calling for some of them. So, you mean you're going after the women's title, too? I mean, you said any title. You know, Declan might have to, be a little bit weird, like, hey, Adam Page, yeah, I don't have to worry about him. So, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe the tag team title, whoever he teams up with. Maybe go for that. Go for the TNT title. Go for the TBS, not the TBS title, the TNT title. Go for the Intercontinental title, Continental title, National title, 6-man tag team titles. He can go to Ring of Honor, fight for those titles. He can do anything he wants. So, we'll see what happens with the Hangman, Adam Page. About to do some gardening shit. Which is not cowboy shit anymore. Gardening shit. Somebody get me a hoe! Oh, not that type of hoe, obviously, you morons. I don't know. I'm like, he comes out and he says he's a gardener. I'm like, what? And he's talking about planting seeds. I'm like, okay, that could be taken different ways. Anyway, moving on. Alright, then we get a Beach Break Dynamite recap. Then we get to the Ring of Honor World Title match. As Bandito S.A. has held the belt for God knows how long. Not as long as Athena, but a couple years, I think. About a year, almost 2 years now. Bandito takes on Katsuyori Shibata of the Ops. Decent match, but in the end, Bandito S.A. Shibata reversed a 21-plex into a suplex of his own, hits a clothesline, tries for a nut shot, that got reversed into La Marcus Schlau. 1, 2, 3, Bandito retains the Ring of Honor World title. It's going to be 12.5 minutes, decent match. I don't know who Bandito is going to lose that belt to, so I have to keep going. Alright, then we get a video from earlier in the day with, I believe, Renee Paquette, with the TBS champion, Hikaru Shida. She brags about winning the title and pretty much ignored Holly Cameron's praise before their match, which is coming up next. But before that, we get Speedball Mike Bailey getting ready to win the national title from Mark Davis. Look at that. Alright, then we get to Holly Cameron versus Hikaru Shida. Shida was in trouble for 17 seconds. Because Shida, they go outside. A DDT on the floor. Shida was in trouble for 17 seconds. And it's a 20 count, by the way. But Shida came back. And, she makes the ropes after Harley bites the leg and grabs a half crab. Ouch. Shida makes the ropes, hits a running knee shot. Sets up this surfboard type hold. And Harley tapped out. So almost like a basic surfboard. Surfboard, watermelon, surfboard. So yeah, Shida gets the win, retains the TBS title in under 10 minutes. It was a decent match, nothing great about it. And, we move on. Alright, we had Brawl in the Park, I'll get to that in a minute. After the match, Shida goes after Harley, and then Queen Aminata, the one and only, she comes out and for the save. That's that. Alright. Lethal Twist. That's Black Machismo. Ooh, yeah. Dig it! Jay Lethal, Blake Christian, and Lee Johnson, they took to the demand that Ricochet and Against Agony Bishop, run! I don't know, run! And Toa Leona, they surround Matt Sydal, who we've seen about a week or so ago. He's back in AEW / Ring of Honor. They threaten him, and then Matt Sydal calls Ricochet bald. For a guy that you teamed up with in Japan, became the junior I believe the junior heavyweight tag team champions like a couple years ago. Remember that? Some of us do. So I thought Matt Sydal was like, hey, namaste. Because he knows he believes in that eye, the third eye. Look at I got the third eye. I got a third eye too, it's in my pants. Extra mama and girlfriend about that, guys. They love that third eye. That's why they call it Third Eye Willie. Oh, it's One-Eyed Willie, but whatever. Moving on. Alright. Bruno Star! Kyle Fletcher's all happy with winning the Intercontinental title from the Ketchta, but he wants to see Brian Cage destroy the Rascals. Brian Cage is still alive after that exploding skateboard shot? Surprised he still has his hair. Alright. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to Brawl in the Ballpark at, I think, Target Field in Minnesota. Then I think it's still called Target Field. Anyway, we see some matches from that, which wasn't a good, I mean, the card looked like shit. I mean, I think the only highlight, I think, was Darby. It was in the main event. Pfft. Who was in the main event, guys? Shut up, Darby. Yeah, so they're trying to emulate GCW. Well, Brett Lawler was loving, having a field day. GCW's done Brawl at the Park in my neck of the woods. They just did it last weekend. It's almost 2 weeks ago. Great show. Nick fucking Gage beat the fuck out of Joey Janela. Megan Bayne was there. Jonathan Gresham was there. Good show. It was a good show. I loved it. For the second year in a row. The first year was good too. We saw Mike Santana. Priscilla Kelly was there. Who else? Matt fucking Tremont was there. I love that. Nick Gage was. Nick Gage was not at that show. I don't know. I think he was in prison or some shit. Because it's MDK all day. MDK all fucking day, I should say. But I digress. Anyway, yeah. So AEW is trying to emulate Ring of Honor with Field of Honor, and then with GCW Brawl in the Park, calling it Brawl in the Ballpark. There might have been some, Brett Lawler was like, hey, you can't use that! The show was ass. The card looked like ass. I was like, what is this? Don't do it again, Tony Khan. Leave it to the professionals like GCW and Ring of Honor. But I digress. Anyway, moving on with that. Alright, so we see that. Nobody cared. Alright, then the conglomeration come out. They come out for a chat. Orange Cassidy. Go! O'Reilly. Buddy! They all come out, the trios champs of AEW. And I think Mark Briscoe came out too. Willow, obviously. They like Brawl in the Ballpark, but know someone who wants to be a champ. That brings out Willow. Sad because she was out of action. She had to relinquish the TBS title. She's ready to go to Wembley. Well, you have to beat Thekla to do that. Going to prove that she's ready to be the best, and at Redemption she's going to carry the women's title around her waist. So, we got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, and the lovely Sky Blue is ready for Thekla to take out Willow, and the Sisters of Sin aren't happy with Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne, and Lena Cross. So, that's going to come to a head tonight on Collision. Tonight on Dynamite, sorry. You move on. Alright, then we get the Death Riders in an 8-man tag team match against Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin, 8 Art Fox, who I believe is, is he? I think he's the TV champ. I forget, I think he lost. I know he won it, but I don't know if he lost it. I think he did. But anyway, he teams up with Commander, a former Ring of Honor TV champ, to take on the Death Riders. So you had the Dancing Fool, Danny Garcia, William Yuta, that idiot, Claudio, obviously, and Moxley. Otis Wade was not on the show. So, good old-fashioned 8-man tag team match. Winner Shafir at ringside. Death Riders get the win. Garcia gets the pin for the team in 12.5 minutes. Big whoop. And that's it. Didn't care. And that's that. And then Moxley then cuts a promo saying Death Riders against the world. Okay. Get that. Alright, then we hear from Divine Dominion, Lena Cross, and Megan Bayne. They're sick of the tag team division, like there's any tag teams there. Especially the Sisters of Sin. And they say, just keep carrying Decla's bags. She probably has a lot of bags, but I digress. Moving on. Then we hear from Decla, who doesn't think much of anyone but the Sisters of Sin and her group, the Triangle Madness. She says, Willow, you can keep talking about your happiness, but I'm going to take you out and retain my belt. Simple to the point promo. We get that. Alright, then we get the Bang Bang Gang. Austin and Colton Gunn, Ace Austin, Juice Robinson, and the Switchblade, wait, with Switchblade, Jay White, continue to offer their neutering services. Okay. Is that supposed to be a joke on the Hangman because he got a vasectomy? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. Alright, then we get to Zachary Wentz and Brian Cage. Didn't care. Brian Cage gets the win with the Juke Claw. That was it. Under 8 minutes. And then after the match, Trent gets in the ring and declares himself the winner over Darby. What? Okay. Darby comes out. They have a match. Darby beats him in 420. Smoke if you got him. Smoke if you got him. You okay, sir? How you been? You okay? Yes, sir. How about you? Good, sir. Well, good. Smoke if you got him. Spaceballs. You love it. Alright, so Darby beats Trent with a coffin drop in 420. Didn't care for that match. Yeah, Collision was boring. But I digress. And that's pretty much it. Alright, Alright, after the match, Brian Cage comes in, powerbombs Darby over and over and over again, and we've seen them fight in the early days of AEW. I remember when Brian Cage debuted and powerbombed Darby onto a ladder, and he won the that fucking donut. Remember that donut they used to have that looked like a sonic ring? I forgot what they called that, but anyway. So he beats the crap out of Darby, and then Mike Bailey comes out for the save. Look at that. Alright. After that, Willow meets up with Maya World in a 6-woman tag team match instead of Dynamite. We get that. Mercedes and Divine Dominion against Willow, Hyann the Huntress, and Maya World. Okay, we got that. Moving on. Alright, then we see Andrade on a boat. And you know what happens with boats? You got boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. Everybody loves them boats and hoes. Ding! Ding! Your food is ready. And that's that. Alright, after that, I think this is the main event. Yes, main event of Collision for the national title. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mark Davis. Kyle Fletcher on commentary. Interesting. Did pretty well on commentary. That's that. And your food is still ready. Alright, so we got that. Anyway, decent match. We get to the end. Mike Bailey's arm trap, sunset flip combo gets in the fall. Fletcher is panicking on the floor. Tornado kick, or the cyclone kick, circa Double Dragon 3. Sets up a missed ultimate weapon attempt. Davis comes back, drops him with a running elbow. They go to the apron, where Speedball's moonsault knee missed. Ow! On the apron. Ouch, that hurts your knees. which allows Mark Davis to clothesline him to hell, almost clothesline from hell, and then hits the pile driver 1, 2, 3 to retain the national title. Decent match, the only good match of the show, and that's pretty much it. All right, so Collision, wasn't that great. 6.5 out of 10 stars, but Dynamite was the show to watch last week. We'll see what happens this week. Excuse me, on Dynamite. Should be a great show, and that's pretty much it. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I am out. Going to watch the second half of England and Argentina. Should be pretty good. England, the Argentina guy was like right in the Goldie's face, like, gonna miss. And the England's like, no, you're offside, sir. So we get that. Moving on. All right. Hopefully Argentina gets a goal here, or somebody scores in this half, and we'll see who wins this great game, and that's it. All right, guys, I will be back after Dynamite, or maybe after this game, with your NXT review right here on the channel. If not after Dynamite, you'll definitely get it, and that's pretty much it, and we'll move on from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, if you're not down with that, me and the Prophecy, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, peace.